Okay, boys and girls, let's continue with math, please. Week 2, topic 13. Last page for the week, boys and girls, page 738, please. I'm going to go ahead and open with the Doc Hub app. Okay, boys and girls, number 7. The Baltimore Marathon features a relay race. The times for each leg run by a winning team are shown in the table at the right. What is the total time it took this team to run the marathon? First of all, boys and girls, Baltimore Marathon is a race. A relay race, specifically, boys and girls, Coach, you've done this at PE. It's where you have a team and the students are placed in different spots and you have a baton and you pass it on. You can see right here, these gentlemen are coming in and these gentlemen are just waiting for that baton handed to them so they can take off running. Same thing as these girls or these girls right here, boys and girls. She's already ready to hand over the baton for her to continue her part of the race. Okay, so when it says the times for each leg of race, that doesn't mean, boys and girls, that they're running just with one leg. That means the parts. Let me explain. So the person who runs their part might run that much, right? So that is considered a leg of the race. Then once they hand over the baton, the next person takes over, and that's their leg of the race, and so forth, boys and girls. Every time the baton is handed over to the next individual, the little part that they run, that's considered the leg of the race, a part of the race. Okay. So what we have here, boys and girls, is one team winner results. It's one winning team. And this is one runner, second, third, and fourth, the different runners, boys and girls. And the first runner, this is how long it took him or her to run their part. And the second runner, the third, and the fourth. This is how long it took them to run their part of the race, boys and girls, the leg of the race, the part. Okay. So, boys and girls, the question says, what is the total time it took this team to run the marathon? So, boys and girls, if they're asking for total, what operation do you think we should use, boys and girls? If you said add, I have to agree with you. Great job. We're going to add all this time, boys and girls, but please remember, boys and girls, that you need to keep you need to keep the units separate when you're adding. Okay, so you're going to add all the seconds, perdón. These are minutes and these are seconds, and you're going to be converting. And what you need to remember, boys and girls, is that 1 minute is equivalent. Let me make the pen a little thinner. Sorry, boys and girls. 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds. We've had this before in other pages, boys and girls, in other lessons within the week. So you're going to add up all these seconds, boys and girls, and you're going to get a total. You're going to add up all these minutes, boys and girls, and get a total. Make sure you keep the units separate. But remember, boys and girls, your seconds, anytime you can take away 60, subtract 60 seconds, remember that's going to convert it into a minute. And you keep subtracting here until you cannot subtract 60 seconds anymore. If once you subtract 60 seconds, say you have 12 seconds left, that's not going to be enough, boys and girls, to subtract 60. So you're just left with that number. All right. So I'm going to let you do this one on your own, or you can ask your mom or your dad or your brother, sister to help you. So please complete number 7. Number 8, boys and girls. All right. Use a strip diagram. Group tours of the Luray Caverns in Luray, Virginia begin about every 20 minutes. The first group toured the caverns from 9 a.m. to 10:12 a.m. The second group of the day toured from 9:20 a.m. to 10:35 a.m. Complete the strip diagram to model how much longer the second tour was than the first tour, then solve for x. All right, boys and girls. First of all, let's talk about what we're reading. Let's stop and think. They're the Luray Caverns in Luray, Virginia, boys and girls. This is how they look like. This is the Luray Caverns, boys and girls. Okay. And they're having a group tour. And when you have a tour, boys and girls, it's you have a guide. Someone is showing you the way, where to walk, where to stand, and they start explaining what you're seeing. They start explaining the science part of it or the history part of it. You can see this gentleman right here with his hat on. Let's go back. Okay. So can you picture that, boys and girls? Can you see where we're at? Okay. And boys and girls, based on the information, they already told me I need to create a strip diagram. The models are already there for me. And they told me that the second tour was longer. There's two tours, two sets of people that are inside the cavern with a guide. And they already told me that the second group took longer, much longer. Complete the strip diagram to model how much longer the second tour was. So the second tour, the people that went the second time, it was longer. So boys and girls, if that second group is longer, can you tell me where I'm supposed to put on the strip diagram? If it is the longer one, do you think it goes up here? Do you think it's a small part or do you think it's this little tiny part? Where do you think the time for the second tour should be? Well, boys and girls, if you said it should be on top, good job. I agree with you since it is the longer. So up here, boys and girls, I'm going to write the time. It was 9:20 to 10:35. Do it again. 9:20 to 10:35. Please do not mistake that symbol, boys and girls, for subtraction. It means elapsed time. It means it started at 9:20 all the way to 10:35 from beginning to end. Okay. And so if we already placed this amount of time, boys, on the top, where do you think this time should go? The 9 o'clock to 10:12. If you said this is this part right here, great job. Let's write it, 9 o'clock up until 10:12. Remember, boys and girls, please do not mistake that symbol for subtraction. It just means from this time to this time. Okay, so we have 9:12. And we're trying to find X, the difference. How much longer did the second group take than the first one? And what we're going to do now, boys and girls, is we're going to change this time into hours and minutes. So boys and girls, if we started at 9 o'clock and it finished at 10:12, we need to convert that, boys and girls. And from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, that is 1 hour. From 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock is 1 hour. And we still have those 12 minutes left. So 1 hour and 12 minutes, boys and girls. Not happy with my 12. Let's try again. 1 hour, better. 12 minutes. Okay, now the time up here, boys and girls. And so we replace that with 1 hour, 12 minutes. Now 9:20 to 10:35. Okay, so boys and girls, let's do it with the 1 hour also again. Okay, so if it started at 9:20, 1 hour later, don't just look at the hour, boys and girls, it's 9:20. So 1 hour later, we started at 9:20. Remember, separate your hours and your minutes. And if it was 1 hour later, then 1 hour later becomes 10:20. Okay, so 1 hour is 10:20, so I'm going to change that to 1 hour. So if 1 hour is at 10:20, so what do you want to do with the 10:20 and then 10:35, boys and girls, to find what we're still missing? And if you said subtract, good job. I'm going to write the bigger number first, 10:35, and we're subtracting the 10:20, which was that 1 hour later. Okay. Okay, so we have 10:35 but we said 1 hour passed, so it's now 10:20. So we still have this amount left. Remember, please divide the units. 5 take away 0 is 5, 3 take away 2 is 1, 10 take away 10 is nothing. So we have 1 hour and 15 minutes left. Not going to help you with that. One last little step, boys and girls. They just wanted to find the difference. If this has now been replaced, the 9:20 to 10:35 has been replaced with 1 hour and 15 minutes. That was the elapsed time. That is how long that tour took, 1 hour 15 minutes. This first tour, the second one was 1 hour 15 minutes. The first one was 1 hour 12 minutes. So boys and girls, what's the difference? How much longer was the second tour? Okay. What do you need to do if that's your whole and this is a part, we're missing a part? What do you have to do with these numbers, boys and girls? If you said subtract, good job. So go ahead and subtract and just find me the difference. How much longer was the second tour, guys? It's just a couple of minutes longer. So figure out what you're going to do with these minutes. Remember, keep the units separate and find me the difference. Okay, number 9. Uma is 12 years, 9 months, 5 days old. Her brother is 10 months, 1 day old. How much older is Uma than her brother? And this, boys and girls, looks like the previous page where they set it up for you and you just had to regroup and subtract. Okay, so we have Uma is 12 years, 9 months, 5 days. And her brother is 10 months. Oh, he's not put in the wrong unit, boys and girls. 10 months. And just 1 day. 10 months and 1 day. Okay. Oops, I don't like my line like that. Let's try again. 10 months, 1 day. Ooh, better. All right. So, boys and girls, if they want to know how much older she is, how much older is Uma than, older than her brother? We've seen words like that before, boys and girls. Taller than, older than, smarter, faster than, taller than. When we're comparing boys and girls, what is the operation? Who remembers what that operation is? If you said subtract, good job. All right, boys and girls, remember, please keep your units separate, the days, the months, and the years. And you're going to have to regroup. You're going to have to regroup, boys and girls. With the 5, take away 1, no regrouping needed there, the days, but you are going to have to regroup for the months, boys and girls. So this, you're going to take away 1 year. You're going to have to take away 1 year. So if you take away 1 year, that leaves you with 11 years. And if you regrouped, remember, boys and girls, it's not just a 1 that you're regrouping the units as well. So you regrouped 1 year. And we have months here. And if you remember, boys and girls, 1 year is equivalent to 12 months. Okay, so if this 1 year is equivalent to 12 months, and we already had 9 months here, boys and girls, what do you think we should do with the 12 and the 9? If it was already there, we're regrouping another 12. If you said add, great job. So 12 plus 9, boys and girls, 9 plus 2 is 11. Regroup the 1. We now have 21 months. Let me use a different color so you can see it better, boys and girls. Okay, so instead of the 9 months, when you regroup the 12, now you have 21 months. 21, boys and girls. Is that better? 21 months, boys and girls, okay? So now you're ready to subtract. 5 take away 1, that gives you amount of days. 21 take away 10 months, that'll give you your months and your 11 years. So please complete number 9. I put a question mark there. That means that you still need to answer it. Thank you, boys and girls. All right, number 10, extend your thinking. Mr. Kent teaches 7 classes that are 50 minutes each. He also has a 30-minute lunch break. How long does Mr. Kent spend teaching class and at lunch? Okay, so we see Mr. Kent. I have 7 classes that are 50 minutes each, boys and girls, the word each. If he has 7 classes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes, and that one was 50 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 minutes, and 50 minutes. What do we call that, boys and girls? If you said repeated addition, good job. So if this number gets repeated 50, 50, 50, 57 times, what would be that operation, boys and girls? If you said multiply, good job. So it's 50 minutes times 7. And once you do that, boys and girls, that's going to give you the minutes, but just for his classes. That's just classes. They want to know how much time do you spend teaching class and at lunch. So that'll give you the minutes for his class, but also, boys and girls, he took 30 minutes for lunch. And they want that included with your total. So once you have these minutes, boys and girls, don't forget to add it to the 30 minutes. Okay? So again, once again, that's another one that I'm going to leave for you to complete. Number 11. How many students slept 540 or more minutes? How many hours we sleep at night? Okay? You can see right here, boys and girls, in this table, the number of hours slept, that's 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. And these are the number of students. So boys and girls, help me out, please. All right. How many students slept for 2 hours? No, I'm sorry, reading it wrong. How many students slept for 8 hours, boys and girls? You said 2, good job. Please make sure you write that. Okay. How many students slept for 9 hours, boys and girls? 8, good. How many students, boys and girls, slept for 10 hours? 15 students. Wow. That's a good amount of sleep, boys and girls. 15. Okay. Then how many students slept for 11 hours? Whoa, that's 3 students. Okay, boys and girls. The question is, how many students slept 540 minutes or more? Boys and girls, I hope you noticed that the units are different. The question is asking about minutes, but the table is showing us hours. So what do you think we should do, boys and girls? If you said, well, we need to change these minutes to hours, good job, because that's how the information is presented in the table, boys and girls, hours, okay? And we have minutes, so let's talk about it. So we have hours and minutes, boys and girls, and if you remember, 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes, okay? So we're looking for 540 or more minutes. So, boys and girls, what do you think we should do, boys and girls? 1 hour 60, and this is 540. Well, you have a couple of choices. You can do the strategy that we've been doing, which is, I hope you remember, subtracting. We subtract 60 minutes. And every time we subtract 60 minutes, that gives us 1 hour. Okay? So 0 take away 0, 0. 4 take away 6 cannot. We need to regroup. That becomes a 4, gives me a 1, now a 14. Circle it, boys and girls. Okay, so 14 take away 6. If you're not sure, you can count up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is 8. 4 take away nothing. That is 4. Okay. Not our final answer, boys and girls. Can we still take away another 60 minutes, another hour? Yes, we can. And we would take away another hour, another 60 minutes, and that would be another hour. Okay, 0 take away 0, 0. 8 take away 6, 2. 4 take away nothing, 4, 420. All right, boys and girls, I hope you're seeing a pattern, boys and girls. We subtracted 60, subtracted 60. We're continuing to subtract 60. Okay, 60 minutes, take away 60, take away 60. Now, boys and girls, what does that sound like to you? We've had it in class. If I take away 60, take away 60, take away 60, that is repeated subtraction. And boys and girls, when we have repeated subtraction, do you remember the operation? If you said divide, good job. So you can continue doing this, but you're going to do it for a while. I would rather divide. Let's divide, boys and girls, because we're doing repeated subtraction. Okay, so we have 540 minutes, and I'm going to divide it by 60 minutes. Okay, let me see, I'm not happy with where the numbers are at. Okay, so let me go a little higher. 540 minutes, and we're going to divide it by 60 minutes. Okay, yes, we're dividing, boys and girls, but I'd rather multiply. Okay. You don't have to, we're not doing a tops and bottom for a 60, boys and girls. We're going to do our strategy for the popping over the zeros. I'm going to get rid of you, and I'm going to get rid of you. Okay, so now you just have left, guys, a 6 and a 54. You can ask yourself, boys and girls, 6 times what gives me 54? And if you said 9, good job. 6 times 9 is 54. And when we subtract that, 0. 0 survive, guys. Total annihilation, no survivors. So 9, guys, because 60 times 9 gives you 554. Okay, so that's not our answer, boys and girls. The answer is not 9 students. Hold on. Remember, we're taking away hours. Those 60 minutes, when I divide 540 minutes by 60 minutes, that gives me 9 hours, boys and girls. Not 9 students, 9 hours. So our question is, boys and girls, how many students slept 9 hours? That now is the same as that. Okay, convert it, equal. They're worth the same value. So how many students slept 9 hours or more, boys and girls? 9 hours or more. So I want 9 hours or more. So 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours. So these are the students that I'm looking at. So this one, no thank you. So it's these. So boys and girls, what do you think we should do with these numbers? If you said add, great job. And I'm going to leave that to you. So you need to do the final step, please, boys and girls, where you need to add and find the total number of students who slept 9 hours or more. All right. Thank you, boys and girls.